Greetings, my chickadees. Angie B here with today's vlog. And today's vlog topic is why the Doctor and Rose Tyler are my OTP to end all OTPs. Now, if you don't know what an OTP is, that just means that you're pretty new to fangirling or you've never written fan fiction. OTP stands for one true pairing. It's what you use to refer, it's a shorthand to refer to your favorite ship or relationship in a fandom or, in fiction or what have you. OTPs are basically the couple that you love the most together. You enjoy seeing them together the most, you enjoy writing about them together the most, and they're your favorite thing about a show. My OTP of Doctor Who is definitely the 10th Doctor and Rose Tyler. And I have a lot of OTPs. I have BSG OTPs, I have Being Human OTPs, I've got, Lord of the Rings OTPs and Pushing Daisies OTPs, but the 10th Doctor and Rose Tyler will always be my favorite, most passionate OTP. In large part because I just think they've got everything that an OTP really needs in order to be amazing. And in large part because I just love this show and the characters the most. Out of any other fandom I've ever fangirled over, Doctor Who has come first in my affections for years now. If you don't know very much about Doctor Who, you really need to fix that. You need to go check out the series as soon as possible. Quick overview. The Doctor, as played in the most recent series as David Tennant, is a time-traveling alien who's immortal, and he routinely picks up companions, humans, aliens, tin dogs, and goes explores time and the universe. So it's an action-packed show, it's great, it's British, longest-running sci-fi show in history, it's been around since 1963, and it's an amazing show. Yes, it's cheesy at times, but it's really got everything you can want in a show, and I really highly recommend it. Now, not to say anything against Nine and Rose, okay? The Ninth Doctor is played by Christopher Eccleston in the 2005, revamp. I love the Ninth Doctor. He will always be my first Doctor, and I will always have a soft spot for Christopher Eccleston. But I feel like the Ninth Doctor and Rose's relationship was slightly different than Ten and Rose's. The Ninth Doctor and Rose relationship, I kind of feel more like, yes, they love each other. Yes, there's hand-holding and hugging, and there's that epic kiss at the end of Parting of the Ways. But I always kind of felt like it was slightly more platonic, or maybe a little bit more one-sided, like the Doctor maybe loved her a bit more than she loved him. I feel like they had one of the best friendships ever, and they obviously loved each other as really, really, really good friends. But, and it's obvious that Rose felt a lot for the Ninth Doctor because she absorbed the heart of the time vortex. She piloted the TARDIS back to almost certain death to save him from the Daleks. She did the right thing because she loved him and she wanted to protect him. But I feel like their relationship was definitely a little bit more leaning towards friendship than romantic. With Ten and Rose, though, I feel like there's just a different kind of chemistry there. Ten and Rose are a lot more flirty. They give each other googly eyes a lot more. You go back and watch the episodes or look at screen caps, and it's obvious that they're checking each other out a lot. I feel like they're slightly more physical, a lot more hugging, a lot more hand-holding. I just feel like it's a bit more of a romantic relationship than it was with Nine. And with the 10th Doctor, there are several times when he comes really close to saying, I love you, to Rose, which is something that the 9th Doctor, never could really say. And while 10 could never actually say it in the end either, at least he had those moments when you knew he really wanted to say it, and he almost said it. Now, I'm not usually one for star-crossed romances. I don't like Romeo and Juliet. I just think it's a cliche story nowadays. It's overused. Too many people rely on it to make people get emotional or to end a relationship. And I feel like a lot of the times they're kind of tacky and unrealistic and stuff. And granted, I really, really like happy endings. And while that's not always realistic either, hear me out. I like happy endings because when I read a book or watch a movie or get into a show, I want to be distracted from reality. I want to live vicariously through the characters that I'm watching and reading about. And so that's why I really prefer happy endings, because I would like to think that there are people out there that could end up together and be happy and, have adventures in time and space. Which is why it's slightly surprising that Rose and the Doctor are my biggest OTP, because very few romances get as star-crossed as Rose and the Doctor. I mean, she has to live the rest of her life in a parallel universe. Can't get much more star-crossed than that. But what I love about Rose and the Doctor is that it's just, their relationship is so three-dimensional. They have their moments where they're angsty, and they have their fights, and they have their disagreements and things. But they also have so much fun together. I mean, you see so many of the episodes when they're just enjoying each other's company. And there are so few shows out there that allow their couples to really just have fun together. It always has to be extreme personal drama. And in Doctor Who, you get plenty of drama, but it's about, defeating the bad guy or fighting the monster or saving the day. You don't get a lot of huge personal drama between the Doctor and Rose because they enjoy each other's company. They love being together. They have so much fun together. And you can feel that coming off the screen. They have some of the best chemistry I've ever seen, in large part because David Tennant is a fox, and Billie Piper is just gorgeous. And they just have great chemistry together. And when you see them together on screen, you can just feel that they enjoy being with each other, and that they have fun together, and that they find each other attractive. And they're always flirting, and it's just always fun and goofy, and they're running around hand in hand, and it's just so cute. And what I also love about the Doctor and Rose is that they complement each other so well. I mean, Rose, before she met the Doctor, was kind of drifting through life. She didn't really have a purpose. She was unsatisfied with her lot in life. And then the Doctor comes along, and he shows her a whole new world, a whole new way of living. He teaches her about what's really important in life, and, what you need to do in order to live your life to the fullest. And I love that, because he helps complete her. And at the same time, when she first meets the Doctor, it's right after the Time War. He's feeling disconnected, he's lonely, he's angsty, and Rose brings him back from the edge. She saves him. She gives him, a connection back to the universe. She brings the laughter and the fun and the adventure back into his life. And that's what I love, is that they work together. They're a team. It's not just a relationship. It's a partnership. It's a friendship. It's everything you can think of wrapped into one. And it's amazing. And while I know that the Doctor and Rose could never really be together, because the Doctor's immortal, and Rose is going to die someday, I think that the fact that they wrote off her character in Doomsday the way they did was the best way they could have done it. It was bittersweet, it was perfect, it was poignant, because they were going to have to say goodbye someday, and at least this way, she had her family in the other world. She had her dad back, and the Doctor, he could at least take some comfort and solace in that. I'm still kind of upset with what they did, spoiler alert, at the end of Season 4 with Journey's End, because I feel like, while, yeah, it's nice that Rose has a human version of the Doctor that she can love, who looks just like her Doctor, who sounds just like him, who has his memories, who obviously loves her the way that the 10th Doctor does, it's really still not her Doctor. In the back of her head, she has to know that her Doctor is still out there. And he still doesn't have Rose. The Doctor still has to be out there and living life and saving the universe without Rose. And that's one of the saddest things, is that the Doctor will always end up alone. And it's heartbreaking. But I just think they've got one of the best relationships I've ever seen in any show, in any movie, I've ever read about in any book. And I love them because they just complement each other so well. They've got great chemistry. I love how they have fun together. I love seeing Billie Piper and David Tennant play off each other because they're both amazing and they both obviously really care about each other, even beyond the show. And so that's amazing. I love it when co-stars, when the actual people are just as close as the characters they play. And I really wish Billie would leave her disapproving rabbit of a husband and get with David because they just belong together, man. Anyway, I really, really, really love Rose and the Doctor. I feel like Rose, more than any other companion he's ever had, has really gotten closer to him, has really gotten, she's made more of an impact on him, I think, and he really loved her in a way that I don't think he's really loved any of his other companions, not even Romana or Sarah Jane. So, I just love Rose and the Doctor, and I just think they're an amazing couple to watch in action. I love writing about them because I really feel like I, have a good handle on their relationship and how they feel about each other and just the characters themselves. So that's my vlog on the Doctor and Rose. Hope you guys have enjoyed. And even if you're not a Dr. Rose shipper, I hope that you've bared with me and that you've, haven't been screaming at me too much about blasphemy and seeing things that aren't really there. Because believe you me, the Doctor and Rose, they really do love each other. It's pretty obvious. You don't even have to look that hard. So that's my vlog. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Check you later.